Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel F1 Fanatics IND. I am your host for today, Anuj, and in today's video, we're going to talk about current F1 grid. Now let's start with one of the most dominating teams in F1 history. Mercedes AMG F1 Petronas Formula 1 team. They joined the sport in 2010 and they have won 8 constructor titles from 2014 to 2021. The team principal is Toto Wolff and the driver lineup for 2022 season is George Russell, who is a very young talented driver from England, and he's a very good driver. He races with the number 63. His teammate, the great Lewis Hamilton, statistically the greatest driver of all time. He has won 7 World Championships and he has completely dominated in F1. He's one of the greatest drivers of all time and he races with number 44. He's also from England. The next team is Red Bull Racing, who joined F1 in 2004. They have won 4 constructor titles from 2010 to 2013 and the team principal is Christian Horner. The driver lineup for the 2022 season is Max Verstappen, who is currently the world champion. Max is the youngest driver in the F1 history to have won a race and also to start a race in 2015 when he was just 17 years old. And his teammate for the 2022 season is Sergio Perez, who is a Mexican driver who races with number. Is arguably the toughest driver to pass on the grid. Max is a Dutch driver and he races with number 1. The next team is the iconic Scuderia Ferrari, which is the only team in F1 to be there from the start, which started in 1950. They have been the most successful team in F1 with 16 constructor titles and they even have the most number of victories in F1. Their team principal is Mattia Binotto and they have arguably the best driver lineup on the grid, with the first driver Charles Leclerc, who is a Monegasque driver who races with number 16, is a phenomenal driver, very talented, and his teammate Carlos Sainz, who is a Spanish driver who races with number 55, again a very talented driver. Next up we have McLaren, another iconic team in F1. They joined F1 in 1966 and they have won 12 constructor championships. The team principal is Andreas Seidel and the driver lineup for the 2022 season is Lando Norris, who is a phenomenal young driver who races under the British flag and races with number 4. He is a very young talented driver and his teammate is Daniel Ricciardo, who is one of the most experienced drivers on the grid. He races with number 3 and is an Australian driver. The next team is Alpine F1 racing team, previously known as Renault. They have won 2 constructor championships and they joined F1 in 1977. The driver lineup for the 2022 season is Fernando Alonso, who is considered as one of the greatest drivers of all time. He is also a 2-time world champion and he races under the Spanish flag. He uses the number 14 and his teammate Esteban Ocon, who is a young talented driver. He races under the French flag and he uses the number 14. The next team is Alpha Tauri, who is basically a sister team to Red Bull. Basically, they're a junior Red Bull team, and the driver lineup for the 2022 season is Pierre Gasly, who's a very good, fantastic driver. He races under the French flag and uses the number 10. And his teammate Yuki Tsunoda, who is the youngest driver on the grid, is a Japanese driver and uses number 22. The next team is Aston Martin. They joined F1 last year. They were previously known as Racing Point. And their drivers for the 2022 season are Sebastian Vettel, who is a 4-time world champion and who is considered as one of the greatest drivers of all time. He races with number 5 and is a German driver. And he's also the youngest world champion in F1 history. His teammate is Lance Stroll, who is a Canadian driver and races with number 18. The next team is the iconic Williams. They joined F1 in 1974 and they have had very good success in F1. They have won 9 constructor titles and 8 driver titles. Their teammate for the 2022 season are Nicolas Latifi, who is a Canadian driver and races with number 6, and his teammate is Alex Albon, who races with number 23 and is a Thai driver. Albon joined this Williams team this year. The next team is Alfa Romeo Racing. They are there in F1 since a very long time. And they have not won a single constructor title, but they have won 2 driver titles. Their driver lineup for the 2022 season will be Valtteri Bottas, who joined the team this year. He drives with number 77 and is a Finnish driver. He's a very consistent driver, and his teammate is Guan Yu Zhou, who is a Chinese driver and drives with number 24. This will be Zhou's first season in Formula 1. The last team is Haas, who joined F1 2016. They have won no constructor titles. They have had a bit of success in 2018, but after then they have been struggling. The driver lineup for the 2022 season are Mick Schumacher, who is the son of legendary Michael Schumacher. Schumacher is a very good, talented driver. He races with number 47 and is a German driver. His teammate is Nikita Mazepin, who races with number 9. And with this, we have discussed each and every driver in F1 and team this year for 2022 season. I hope everybody liked the video, and if you did, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.